Oh, it's gone. Okay, it's time to start our talk show. So, kick back, relax, and have a seat. Because it's about to get real. Okay.
How pointless, expensive, like ridiculously expensive clothing is. Like,
Yeah. It's like, bro, you're rocking the Preem today. Literally like a t-shirt with a box logo.
and
So,
you
no, 300.
you get a pair of shoes, say worth like $1,300, made for comforting your feet and walking or running, doing whatever you're doing. But if it gets to the point where you will take your shoes off when you have to like walk through dirt or something, that's where you need to stop. Your shoes are meant for something. You shouldn't like
they're
it's like that one dude said, like if you bought like a Supreme rain jacket and you're like about to go out and it's pouring rain. Oh, I don't want to get this rain jacket wet. Let me take it off.
Take it off
before I go in the rain. It's ridiculous.
I know, it's pretty stupid.
It blows my face.
Oh, you know what pisses me off?
What?
Women falsely accusing men of rape.
Yeah, I know, it's ridiculous.
Like,
it happens so much.
What was it? It was this, I think it was a football player, possibly, maybe football or basketball. This dude, he's like in university, about to go pro, gets accused of rape, and then boom, he spends however amount of his life in like during like the trial thing and stuff too. And then goes to jail and stuff as well. And then afterwards the woman like admits to like it didn't happen. And well, I mean, the guy was definitely pretty pissed, because like now he's too old to go back and do whatever football or basketball, whatever sport he's playing, because this chick falsely accused him of rape.
Yeah.
Like, are you taking my ball sack? I guess
They are.
that's pretty stupid.
And like, here's another thing. Like,
I don't know what the next topic should be.
I don't know.
I'm thinking like Area 51.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. No, Area 51 is aliens. Honestly, like, I believe in aliens.
I believe there's another life form. I just don't know what it is. Like, I don't think they're green things with big heads.
Yeah.
Like, I 100% definitely, no way there's not another life form out there.
I believe in like other life forms like similar to us. You know?
Exactly.
Like probably more advanced, to be honest.
Okay, what about like, what if there's like a planet that we don't know about that's like exactly the same as ours, except they were, like that planet was made with like different materials and different things.
They discovered Earth-like planets like really far away though, but like has kind of like the same characteristics and atmospheres and stuff as Earth.
Okay, how about that whole thing about life being a simulation? Have you heard that?
Yeah.
Bro, that's crazy.
And I don't know, like, it's crazy to think, but it is a possibility.
It's a strong possibility, dude. Like, what if someone or something created us as a test, or we're a video game, or like anything? Like, you play this right now, the AI doesn't know that it's an AI. It's just doing what you're telling it to do. What if we don't know that we're being played right now, or something like that?
Yeah, that's pretty weird. And like, what happens when you die, you know?
Dude, oh my god.
Like, I don't even know if I want to get into this right now. Like,
Dude,
I want to, but I don't want to.
I like, it's unfathomable, like, what happens? Do you just see dark? Do you go somewhere else? Do you come back as something else?
I don't know, like,
Or do you like get this like congratulations, like thanks for participating
in life.
Yeah.
It's like, here's your participant trophy. And then boom, like Steve Jobs gets like second place. And then like,
dude, I've heard like people talking about like quote ghost stories. I don't believe in like ghosts. I believe like semi kind of believe in like spirits just from personal experience.
I believe in spirits and stuff.
But then again, I believe in spirits as well, but then again, that could all just be like coincidence. Like it could be your mind playing tricks, it could be just random noises or things happening, but it's like sometimes it's like it's too crazy to just be that.
Like it's weird because like I believe in spirits too, but like why is it only like certain spirits?
Dude,
like it's not like everybody turns into a ghost.
I know, but like what happens like if you were to turn into a spirit, how would you live?
I don't know.
Would you just live flying around not being able to say anything?
Like that would suck.
It'd just be weird.
I'd hate that. But also another thing is like heaven.
Yeah.
Like I don't really like. I honestly don't really believe that like this big dude created.
Yeah,
this.
no, neither do I.
Cause like who created him?
Exactly. It doesn't
Did he
just
pop out of
appear.
nowhere?
Dude, that's what is crazy. Like, where did it like? I can't even like. Where did everything start?
Like,
how did anything just become?
Yeah,
like, how did it happen?
Cause like there's the Big Bang.
But like how?
Like what created the two molecules?
Exactly.
Like do they just randomly show up? Like no.
But how would that even happen?
Yeah.
Bro, isn't that so mind freaking to think about?
I know, and like.
Just like what created that? Like what just made it be? Like,
Yeah.
even if there was something that made Earth, what made that? Like what just happened?
I know. And
for
then,
everything to be anything.
Yeah. And then like with God and stuff, like he claims to have made everything. Well, it doesn't make sense because like if he created like if the start of like the world and everything was like with humans, because that's apparently what it is. Like he made the world and put humans on it.
Okay, but like
where are the dinosaurs? He skipped the dinosaurs.
Okay, but like
You know,
if
like
quote God, a God or someone's God or God, whatever,
yeah,
was to have created this, why would he make like? Why would he allow like?
Oh fuck! It says low battery. Is it still going? Oh yeah, no, we're good.
Okay. Why would it create like? Why would he like leave he or she it on fucking? Why would it leave like pain and like all this shit just to like? And people just live in a cycle. Like you work, you pay bills, and you live, and you stress, and you work, pay bills, vacation for a week, a couple weeks throughout a year, and work, stress, pay bills.
Like it's weird because there's like lots of different signs of each thing. Like there's all these people that believe in God, and like claim they have like talked to him and all that.
Yeah, no,
And
I
like
think
people that have like
stupid.
people that have like half died and like that's just said they went to heaven for like a minute. And
That's
came
literally
back to
like I would believe that someone is convinced that they saw that, but then I think
I know
that it would just be a dream. Like I think they were just dreaming.
I know, and it's like I just don't see how. I just don't see how what you call it. How a dude created us and the
Yeah.
world, like, out of nothing.
I know.
And then, like, who created him, and also, like, the Bible, like, the story of the
That could have
Bible.
just been written by some crazy, like,
Crack addict or
but
something.
how did people pass that message on, like, when they couldn't speak and stuff? How was language made? Like, how do you start?
I don't.
Like, do you point at something and be like,
oh, book,
and like, how would you think of words? Like,
Jonathan, Dex, book.
like, and then they probably started with like,
Yeah, like, it's weird.
It's like insane. I don't get it.
It's weird, like, lots of stuff I don't get. I mean, like, I don't know, like, you literally think about it, everything we do in our life doesn't matter, because we're gonna die one day.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, it's just a cycle. People just work to live, to stress, to pay bills, to survive, just in the end to die.
Yeah.
And then just fucking repeats.
That's why, like, I want to become a mountaineer, so that I can just not work,
So weird.
not really stress, just chill and have
Just
fun.
live your one life that you have. Maybe you have multiple, but even if you did, you wouldn't know that you did. You would be something else. You could be a homeless man on the street. You could be the next big star in the world.
You could be a dog.
Literally, you could be a tree.
Like, my past life, if that's how it goes, I could have been like a water buffalo.
You know what's crazy to me?
What?
So there was this kid who was born, and he had like a scar, I think, on his forehead, and he was in the exact same place as this one guy got shot. And then the baby, as soon, like literally before it could even talk, was explaining its past life. Like, before it knew, like, what English was, what anything was, it was explaining to its parents its past life. And it was saying the restaurant that he always used to go to. He was saying where he lived, like state, city, road, street, address. He was saying who his friends were, and like scientists like investigated, obviously, because the kid didn't even know English. He just explained everything from his past life, like down to the restaurant he went to every day, before and after work. He got it all right. This baby, this 2-year-old kid who didn't know what anything was, just explained a real person's life.
That is weird. I'm gonna look that up.
Dude, literally look it up. It's crazy.
Because, like, I've seen pictures and stuff of, like, celebrities that look like exactly like old pictures of, like, these random people.
Yeah, but dude, and then there's this kid who's playing soccer. He got a really bad concussion, was put into a coma, and he woke up only speaking fluent Spanish.
I saw that.
Dude, when he didn't speak Spanish, just fluent Spanish. That's all he knew, no English. That's like, where does that even come from?
Which one was it? Was it what was it? This one right here?
No. It was like, go onto YouTube and look it up, because I'll recognize the video on YouTube.
That's weird.
It's like insane.
Oh, is it this one?
I think so.
Oh, this one. It was a black woman. There's lots of videos on here.
Can I see? Just go to the very top.
I honestly can't believe it. I believe that like you could have a past life.
Well, like it doesn't make sense for like a 2 to 5 year old kid to just explain to a T
Yeah.
like another life when he doesn't even like know what anything like that is. Like,
Yeah.
just-
That's pretty weird. And like there's lots of like videos on it and like lots of cases. And like I could see that making sense. Like not making sense because it's so fucking crazy.
yeah.
But like I don't know. But that's weird, like how would you You know what? You know what I just thought of right now? So you know, I have a new theory right now. Well, maybe not new. But so you know your body is energy,
Yeah.
right? When you die the energy has to go somewhere.
Yeah.
And I think the story of a past life, what it is so when someone dies, their energy goes somewhere and it just like goes in the air, you know?
Yeah.
And then I feel like the memories and stuff that we have are like in the energy in our body. And then when we die, our energy like leaves our body and just like goes in the air. And then it goes into like a baby that's gonna be born.
That can make sense. I see what you're saying.
Kinda like, I mean, I didn't really explain it too well.
And something else that's weird, it's like science, but like everything, like no matter what it is, it will always be something. Like you can grab that hat, burn it, it's gonna be gas, like smoke.
Mm-hmm.
It never it never goes away. It's always gonna be something.
Yeah.
This tiny little fluff is always gonna be something.
Yeah.
And it always was something.
And then also like with spirits and stuff too, spirits can just be like energy that hasn't found a new body to possess yet.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh my god.
And then that's why some people like get possessed. You know, like the paranormal dudes.
Yeah.
Because maybe the energy tries possessing that body, but it already has energy in it. I actually believe that.
This first story is of a guy from Scotland. He says that while he doesn't particularly remember the story himself, his mother told him about it when he was older and still firmly believes it to this day. He says, when I was about 4, we were driving through Scotland, and I'd never been to Scotland before in my life. We stopped at this pub in a small village. I got out of the car and said, "Oh, my favorite place," which my parents thought was a bit weird, but just sat down and got a drink, and my dad looked around and said, "Where are the toilets?" I apparently leapt up and took him by the hand straight to the toilets, which were actually tucked away right behind a fake wall. Apparently, my parents were just a bit unsettled, but assumed I'd seen them on the way in. But that's when it got weird. I was telling my mom about how much I used to love coming here and sitting beside the fire. There actually wasn't a fire in the pub at all, so my mom laughed and asked me what fire, and I pointed to a wall and said that there used to be a fire over there. She shrugged it off, but then I carried on and went into detail. I claimed I used to live out here and came to the pub nearly every day. I was friends with the owner, Fred. My mom went and spoke with one of the bar staff and asked if a man named Fred used to work here, to which she replied, "Oh no, sorry miss, Fred died over 10 years ago." My parents say it was one of the spookiest things. Obviously, maybe I had seen a sign, maybe I'd noticed the toilets when I walked in, or seen a picture of an old fireplace on the wall. I don't remember. But I choose to believe that I used to be an old farmer with a local pub in Scotland.
Isn't that just
That's
a 4-year-old kid who's never been in Scotland knew exactly where a fire was that wasn't there anymore, knew where tucked away bathrooms were, an old employee that he used to be friends with.
That's weird.
Bro, that's like, I don't know, man. That shit like blows my mind.
I'm kind of like believing my theory in right now.
Yeah.
I feel like the energy of our body when we die has to possess like another body.
Yo, yeah, because that's what I was saying.
So-
Like, it makes sense because like everything's always gonna be something. So what if we are always gonna be something?
Yeah,
like
so
it just continues.
What if
on.
we just go possess a baby that's about to be born, and then just random spirits just possess different bodies?
Yeah.
And then
like,
that's why
yeah.
like people can get possessed sometimes if they're in a really haunted place, because like they're just surrounded by spirits that haven't found a body yet.
Yeah.
Like that's weird.
Number 4. This next story is terrifying and comes from a guy who claims to have died in his late 20s along with his girlfriend. He says, when I was a child, preschool age, I used the wrong words for stop and come back. When asked about this, I told my parents a story about it being late at night, and I stood in a long line of people on a road that curved around the hillside. I was worried about my papers. I heard a gunshot and the people in uniforms checking papers came walking down the line yelling for me. I was a late 20s male and had a female partner. I took her by the hand so we could run for it down the hill. I remember thinking I just need to make it across the river because of the dogs, and we need to go now to have some distance before the men in uniforms get too close. We ran and the men in uniforms started yelling the words I used as a child for stop and come back. My partner tripped. I stopped for her, but the men were too close. We both turned face down. I remember thinking what a pitiful attempt to try to hide in the grass. They saw us and they're right behind us, but we don't have another option. I crawled on top of her to protect her as best I could, with my back to the men in uniforms. I remember hoping they would only beat me, but I knew that wasn't going to happen. There were 2 men chasing us, one closer than the other. They were both only 20 steps behind or so, because as soon as she fell and I stopped to protect her, I heard their footsteps slow down. I closed my eyes, listened to the footsteps stop, and I heard a gunshot. Everything went white, and I woke up as a child again and thought, it'll be better this time. My parents asked around about the words I used. It turns out they're check. I still have a recurring dream about the line, the running, being chased, her falling, and me trying to protect her, and even being shot in the back at close range. This happens at least once a year. I always wake up with the sting of being shot between the spine and the right shoulder blade. Number 3.
What the heck? So is that like a Nazi thing?
I don't know. Like some dude like has dreams about his past life and being shot somewhere, and then like using these weird words that apparently were used before.
That's really weird. You know, another thing that messes with my head, deja vu. I don't understand deja vu.
The biggest, most popular theory about deja vu is that you're just doing something random and something to do with your neurons firing just randomly, like excessively, like more than they normally would, and just making you feel that weird sensation, like when someone's talking, like, oh, I've like felt this before. But one thing I don't believe, I don't think that there's like a parallel universe where yourself has done the exact same thing with the exact same person, because I like parallel universes could be a thing. I'm not saying like I completely disagree with that, but like I doubt that if there was a parallel universe that the same people would be doing the same thing at the same time.
I know. Like the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm thinking. Like it doesn't make sense for like everything to be exactly the same, and like our bodies and all the stuff around us to be exactly the same.
Yeah. It doesn't
At the
make
exact
sense.
same time. Like I don't believe that.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Like who knows, like there could be a parallel universe in a like it might be in a different time or something. Like
there's
I don't know. I just
I don't get it. It's scary.
like how did we even come up with these theories? Like how do humans even come up with the theory of a parallel universe in all of this stuff?
There's a dude who has been stuck in deja vu his whole life.
Really?
Like not his whole life, but at a certain point it started, and he hasn't like left deja vu. And apparently he doesn't do anything anymore. Like he listens to the radio, he feels like he's already heard all of it. It's all plain, it's all stale. Doesn't watch TV because he feels like he's just been there before, and it's just like boring and it's stale and it's like, what am I gonna do? Like, I've done this all. It's so dumb. Like, can you imagine being stuck? Deja vu trips me out when I have it for like 3 seconds. Bro,
Yeah.
like, just being stuck with it? No way.
I could not have that.
Never.
That'd be terrible. That's weird. Like, I believe the neuron thing.
Yeah, that's actually like something that can make sense. The retention of long-term memory. Okay, see, now this is something that like adds to my theory. A subset of epilepsy patients consistently experience deja vu at the onset of a seizure. Because when you're having a seizure, your neurons are just like fucking
They're firing.
like omega. Like, to see that like makes even more sense
Yeah.
as to what I was trying to point out.
I believe the neuron one.
Yeah.
That makes the most sense to me.
So far, as to what people have come up with,
Yeah.
in my opinion, that makes the most sense. I just don't know what else it could be. Like, there are things, but it's like,
And you know another thing? Space. Like, people say it never ends. But
there has to be.
there has to be
There
an end.
can't
And
be
what's
an
on the other?
Dude, what if, like, you go far enough and then it just kicks you into somewhere that is completely different? There's no oxygen, there's no living things. What?
Like, there's
Oh my God,
nothing.
Hold up. Just listen quick. What if there's like a completely different universe, but like, I don't even know how to explain this. Like, there aren't things that we have, like light, oxygen, people, like living things. What if it was just something like completely different that we can't even begin to think about?
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying, bro. You need to like listen right now. This is
listening.
crazy. Like, what if like there is something else out there, but it's so different as to what is here? Like, there's no light, there's no sun, there's no living
There's
things,
no
there's
molecules.
no water, no molecules, just completely different, but something that we can't even think. Like, something that's so crazy and different and out of this world for us that
Yeah.
we can't even think about what it would be.
That would be weird.
Oh my God, bro.
And like if the Big Bang happened, it made kind of like a big like wave.
But I just
And,
don't
like,
think these planets would appear.
Like I can believe that like planets and stuff appear, like if like molecules build up and stuff and all this happens, but like that just means space is always expanding, but that means there's stuff on the other side.
Yeah.
And what would be there? Like,
But then
nothing.
with that Big Bang, like, there are things that have came about that weren't there before. Like, humans, we haven't always been on the planet.
Yeah.
So what made us? Like, what happened for us to be here?
Like, it's weird. And like,
I think that whole evolving from apes thing is ridiculous. That's so stupid to me.
it's like, I don't know.
I think that's just dumb because there's still apes around. Why aren't they evolving to humans?
Yeah, that's true.
They have, people think that because they have human-like qualities. There's animals that have similar qualities to each other. That doesn't mean that it's that animal. We're considered
that's a good
animals,
point.
mammals.
That is
Like,
that is a good
Because
point.
a robin and a bat can both fly doesn't mean that a robin bird is a
And
bat.
yeah. Same with like, I don't know, it's weird. Cause like, we have some of the same DNA, like I guess composition, as I guess an ape, but other animals probably do as well.
Yeah, and that doesn't
And,
mean
like-
that an ape just one day grew into a person.
And then how come there's still other monkeys and gorillas,
Exactly.
shouldn't they be humans as well?
Exactly. They live and die just like we
Yeah.
do. They don't transform into a person before they die.
Like, I believe humans like once were like caveman looking and had like longer.
Yeah, well,
and-
before they
and-
knew
and-
anything.
Yeah, and had like longer heads. And,
But
like,
what started that?
like I believe the evolution from a caveman to what we are now.
No, 100%. Like
but
that.
I don't know. I'm kind of skeptical about the evolution from a full-on hunched over, like arms and legs walking monkey to what we are now.
Yeah, like it like scientifically, and it's not like possible without like genetic modification. Like,
And then also there's, because people are trying to, because like, I believe that like, when the human first started out, it was similar to a monkey.
yeah,
Like,
totally.
it was like,
because they didn't know
I know.
anything.
Because and then also just like kind of like the way it looked, because like a caveman, like it had the longer face and longer head and all that. It's good. It's good. It's just low battery. Should we plug her into something? I don't know how much battery. Like, I believe the caveman. You know, I'm just gonna plug it into the laptop because I just want this thing to charge, because this is a good conversation. But like, I believe that hold on. It's kind of being stupid.
This next story details a woman's
I want to watch the rest of that after. That shit's crazy.